Most people will sleep through what happens on May 3rd at 2:57 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time and never realize what changed. You will not. While noise keeps rushing through the world, while alerts keep flashing, while minds keep scattering into 10 directions at once, a gate is opening beneath the surface of your thoughts. Quietly, precisely, without spectacle. Mercury is about to leave unstable terrain and enter Taurus. And when it does, the pace of your inner world changes from panic to pulse, from reaction to rhythm, from fragments to form. You may have felt the signal already. The strange fatigue, the jaw tension, the need to turn everything off, the craving for one honest answer instead of 1,000 empty opinions. That is the threshold announcing itself. Before this window closes, you will understand 3 things. First, what this event is and why this yearly shift becomes unusually potent when it arrives inside a sky already charged by a Scorpio full moon, a coming Pluto reversal, and mounting pressure around truth. Second, which signs are most affected and what this transit demands from them now. Third, the exact practice that turns this from disruption into direction, so your mind stops wandering and starts building. Something ancient happens when Mercury enters Taurus. The messenger enters the field, thought enters matter, decisions stop floating and begin carrying weight. You live in a world trained to reward speed, but speed without coherence becomes waste. Endless tabs, endless reactions, endless half-finished intentions. Mercury in Taurus does not reward that system. It slows the hand before it sends the message. It asks whether the purchase matters. It asks whether the plan can survive reality. It asks whether the truth in your throat has become too expensive to keep swallowing. This is why the transit can feel strange at first. You are not losing momentum. You are losing distortion. The scattered mind often mistakes movement for progress. The overworked nervous system often mistakes urgency for importance. Under this shift, false motion gets exposed. You notice where energy leaks through indecision. You notice what drains you after every interaction. You notice how often you say yes while your body says no. Not gently. Not with warning. With surgical certainty. And the timing matters. Just days ago, the full moon in Scorpio illuminated buried emotion, hidden motives, and truths kept in locked rooms. That emotional tide has not vanished. It lingers in the bloodstream. Then Mercury enters Taurus, asking you to convert revelation into action. Soon after, pressure with Pluto intensifies the demand for honesty. Soon after that, Pluto turns retrograde, drawing power struggles inward for review. This is not one isolated transit. It is a corridor, a sequence, a test of what is durable. And that corridor tightens on May 3rd, 2:57 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, the exact moment the messenger crosses into Taurus, and scattered thought meets solid ground. Imagine a room after a storm, papers everywhere, drawers open, windows rattling. That has been the collective mind for weeks. Thoughts arriving faster than they can be processed. Opinions multiplying faster than wisdom. Messages sent before meaning was formed. Now the room changes. The windows close, the papers are stacked. One lamp is turned on. One notebook is opened. One sentence is written. This is the atmosphere of Taurus. Quiet concentration. Measured effort. Tangible progress. But there is one mistake that can waste this entire window, and most people will make it without noticing. They will slow down externally while remaining chaotic internally. They will call procrastination peace. They will call stubbornness certainty. They will cling to familiar habits simply because they are familiar. Taurus rewards steadiness, not stagnation. It rewards commitment, not comfort addiction. It rewards patient construction, not passive delay. If you confuse stillness with avoidance, this transit becomes heavy instead of healing. You may notice practical truths returning now, the budget you ignored, the promise you postponed, The conversation you know must happen. Taurus is an earth sign, and earth records what is maintained. Your life becomes visible through evidence. Not what you intended. What you repeated. Not what you imagined. What you sustained. This can feel confronting, but it is also liberating, because visible patterns can be changed. Habits can be redesigned. Schedules can be rebuilt. Money can be managed. Boundaries can be spoken. This is also why the body often speaks before the intellect during Taurus transits. The neck tightens when truth is withheld. The shoulders harden when burdens stay unnamed. The stomach asks for steadiness when overstimulation has gone too far. The craving for comfort may rise, but comfort now has two paths. One path numbs, the other path restores. Excess spending, mindless indulgence, and endless distraction may soothe you briefly. Finishing one overdue task, eating with attention, and protecting your peace restore power for far longer. If you are a Taurus, this arrives at your front door. Mercury enters your sign and places language directly into your identity. Your words carry more weight now. People notice what you say, what you promise, and what you tolerate. This is your season to define yourself through clarity rather than pleasing others. If you have been minimizing your needs, the body may reject that strategy through exhaustion or tension. If you have been waiting for permission, the wait expires now. Speak simply, mean every word. Rebuild self-trust through consistent choices. Let your routine become your reputation. Taurus power does not beg to be seen. It becomes undeniable through steadiness. If you are a Scorpio, the axis is activated. The recent full moon in your sign pulled hidden emotion into the light. And now, Mercury enters the opposite field of Taurus, illuminating relationships, agreements, and mirrors around you. You may see clearly who brings calm and who feeds confusion. You may realize where loyalty became self-abandonment. Conversations that were delayed may now become unavoidable. This is your lesson. Intimacy requires structure. Name the expectation. Define the boundary. Clarify the exchange. Emotional depth without terms can become chaos. Trust becomes stronger when it is measurable. Mystery is powerful when chosen, not when used as armor. If you are Leo, fixed sign pressure enters your public world. Taurus presses against pride, image, and the need for immediate visible progress. Career matters may slow just enough to reveal weak foundations. Plans may stall long enough for hidden flaws to surface. This can frustrate the part of you that wants momentum now, but hidden in the delay is refinement. What feels like resistance may be preparation. What feels like blockage may be precision. Ask yourself whether you are performing successfully or building it. Recognition fades quickly when the substance is thin. Authority grows stronger now through competence, patience, and mature restraint. Let your fire accept discipline, and it becomes formidable. If you are an Aquarius, the pressure lands in your foundations. Home life, private stability, family dynamics, and inner security demand attention. You may feel split between future vision and present maintenance, but no vision survives without infrastructure. That is the lesson. Repair what supports you. Organize the space where you think. Reassess where your hours go when no one is watching. Emotional distance may no longer work where practical care is required. Show up tangibly. Fix the thing. Make the call. Create the system. The future you want begins in the room you wake up in. For everyone else, the transit still speaks. Aries is asked to turn impulse into strategy. Gemini is asked to quiet the mind and trust one clear priority. Cancer is asked to choose nourishing alliances over emotional overextension. Virgo is asked to convert analysis into visible action. Libra is asked to rebalance energy, intimacy, and exchange. Sagittarius is asked to bring freedom into healthier habits. Capricorn is asked to trust earned pleasure instead of sterile productivity. Pisces is asked to communicate plainly and follow through completely. No one is outside this field. Everyone is being measured by what they sustain. There are things to avoid now, and they matter because they drain the exact medicine this transit offers. Avoid impulsive purchases made to soothe stress. Avoid stubborn arguments defended only by pride. Avoid refusing better evidence because it threatens old opinions. Avoid hoarding comfort. While necessary, change waits at the door. Avoid delaying practical conversations about money, work, or commitment. Avoid saying yes when your body contracts. Avoid treating silence as clarity when you are actually avoiding a decision. Avoid overloading your schedule with tasks that create motion but no result. Avoid mistaking possession for security. Security is built, not bought. The ritual for this window is simple by design. Before sunrise or in the early quiet of morning, place both feet on the floor. Feel the contact. Feel gravity doing what panic never could. Hold a coin, stone, or natural object in your hand. Breathe until the exhale becomes longer than the inhale. Then write 3 lines. 1 priority you will complete this week. 1 truth you need to say. 1 financial or practical action you will take. Read each line aloud slowly. Let your own voice hear your own commitment. Then remove 1 distraction from your environment. Close 1 tab. Clear 1 surface. Silence 1 notification. Throw away 1 object that represents delay. Intention enters matter when action follows it. You were never meant to carry every signal. You were never meant to answer every demand. You were never meant to confuse noise with destiny. In the next 24 hours, the messenger enters Earth. The scattered mind finds ground. But what grows next depends on what you plant there. Ignore this gate, and old chaos keeps ruling your days in a quieter disguise. Step through it, and clarity becomes structure. Structure becomes momentum, and momentum becomes a different life. The gate is opening now. Enter with both feet, or remain where the noise still feeds on you.